I was raised Christian. I became an atheist in college, and then throughout grad school, when I was getting my PhD, I was an atheist, and then I came back to God shortly after when I became an information theorist or a quantum information theorist. And in that time when I was an atheist, I told myself that I worshipped reason, logic, and science and truth. And for me, it was I sacrificed everything to that. If something wasn't in accordance with that, it was completely allowed to be purged. I did not care about it. In doing so, I formed a relationship with the spirit of truth, such that when I started reading the Bible, it was like I see myself. I see myself in this. And this is something that's really important with these macro identities. It is the capacity to say that that is me. I am that thing. And this is going to sound crazy, but when I look at the construction of the atomic bomb, I look at videos and history of that, I think to myself, I did that. And that sounds crazy, but that depends on what you're allowing to speak for you. I guess one of the best ways to kind of understand this is I remember I was in grad school once and I was looking at myself in the mirror. And I remember staring at the mirror and thinking, who is that? That's not me. And it's like there's this discordance with like, what is this thing looking back at me? And I think that's part of what emerges when you start identifying with the macro identity, and you start, because if you listen to some of my episodes of the podcast, like Purity in the Void, like I'm saying stuff like I am the spirit of calculus, I am that spirit. And it has to do with how deep your relationship is with that spirit, how what's your precision, like how loyal have you been, how long have you sacrificed to it, how sincere are you in that you want to act in the world in accordance with its will, so that you're creating its art on its behalf, and you're sacrificing your identity to enact its will. And there's a deep part of this idea of relationship. Like, this is actually really important to the idea of ethics and relationship, is the sacrifice of yourself to enter into the relationship, not only with the spirit that you're trying to conjure into existence, but all the other people who have made the sacrifice to conjure that spirit into existence. And this is what I would consider this social contract, is to give up some of your personal sovereignty to into a contract with the spirit of the lowercase g God and all those who come together to make that world. And that's the sense in which I think we are made in the image of God, or that we're shards or reflections of God. Each person in that contract, in that relationship, is reflecting an aspect of the spirit.